Sonnet 18 by William Shakespeare, 1565 to 1616. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed. And every fair from fair sometimes declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest. Nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal limes to time thou grow'st. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. Okay, this is Sonnet 18 by William Shakespeare, the Bard of Stratford upon Avon. Okay, this sonnet is probably to the fair youth, but it could be to someone else. Now, the previous 17 sonnets have been trying to persuade the fair youth to marry and have children, but this no longer is talking about the fair youth having children. This is talking about Shakespeare immortalizing the youth's beauty in his poetry. So he starts, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. So he's saying, I could compare you to the day of summer. But no, you're better than a summer's day, because you're lovelier than a summer's day, and you're more temperate, you're more relaxed, you're more moderate, you're more restrained. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. So in May there can be rough winds, and these can shake the buds, these can break the flowers in May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. And the lease that summer has, the amount of time that summer is allowed to live, to exist, is very short. So here we've got a lease, like a lease where you're renting a house and you have a contract. Well, summer's contract, summer's time is very short. It expires too quickly. So no, you're lovelier than a summer's day, because sometimes in summer they're rough winds and they break the beautiful flowers, but your beauty is there. And summer only lasts for maybe 13 weeks, 12, 13 weeks, whereas your beauty is going to last much longer than the short time of summer. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines. So sometimes in summer it's far too hot. Yeah, the sun is too hot, and you're better than that, because your beauty doesn't shine too hotly. And often is his gold complexion dimmed, and on other days the sun is clouded and you can't see the sun properly, and you don't see the beauty of summer. So summer has days when it's too hot and days when there's not enough sunshine. But your beauty lasts. Yeah, so I can't compare you to a summer's day, because your beauty and your characteristics are much superior to this. And every fair from fair sometimes declines, by chance, or nature's changing course untrimmed. And everything fair, everything beautiful, at some point will decline, will become less beautiful. So everything that's beautiful and perfect and wonderful, it's only temporary. This is not something that lasts forever. And this beauty can be decreased by chance, by an accident, or nature's changing course untrimmed, or by the march of nature, the march of time, that as we go through the summer, summer goes on and then it finishes. Or nature, it changes a person's beauty. It changes how we look. It changes everything. Time changes everything. But thy eternal summer shall not fade. So your eternal beauty will not fade. It will not disappear. And this is because Shakespeare is writing about it in this poem, and he's about to explain that. Nor lose possession of that fair thou owest. So ownest. Yeah, so your beauty's not going to fade, it's not going to disappear. Yeah, and you aren't going to lose your beauty that you own. And nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade. And death, personified again, very often personified by time, won't be able to boast that you're dead. You are walking in the shadow of the valley of death, that you are dying, that you are going towards death like a lengthening shadow. But no, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So you're going towards immortality because of these eternal lines, these lines of poetry. So your shadow is not becoming long in the valley of death. You're not going towards death. Your beauty is not decreasing. It's not something that will go. But you are becoming more and more important, or you will become more important over time with these eternal lines that I have written about you. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see. Okay, so as long as men exist, men have eyes to see. So long lives this. As long as this poem exists, this gives life to thee. This continues to give life. It keeps alive your memory. It keeps alive the memory of your beauty. And so, by this poem, I can immortalize you. I can immortalize your beauty. I can make you live forever. So, enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Sonnet 18 by William Shakespeare.